So the unit circle is very important. If you can learn what I'm going to go over right here and learn it well, it will make everything else that we go over in the future much easier to understand. So here we go. Okay? So like even personally, even for myself, learning something in one language, learning is already difficult, and trying to learn another language, it makes it more difficult. So basically, you've learned the language of degrees for around the circle. So let's see how much do you remember for what we've done? 0 degrees. All right, let me get my paper here, and let's go with who's that gonna be? Lainey. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this angle here. I'm gonna turn it. How much is this? You guys be quiet. How much have I turned it from? Here's 0 degrees, and I'm turning it up. It went positive. I'm already telling you it's positive. How much have I gone up? Everybody, be quiet. Just let her think. How much have I turned it? How much is this angle that I've gone all the way to here? Loud. 40? Well, it's not a bad guess if you haven't been in this class or you missed class. But I think that angle is what, everybody? 30. The answer is 30. For those, the reason why it's 30 is because these are going to be special right triangles. Don't write it down, everybody. People are writing it down. No, that's not the point. I just need you to remember what it is. Don't write it down. This is 30 degrees. Don't write it down. And because this is not what I'm trying to teach today. I just want to remind you what these numbers are. 30, and I think this is 45. And I see people wanting. How about let me do it like this, like in my other classes. Let me take 30 seconds. Talk to your partner. Talk to somebody. How much is this? Talk to a partner. Talk to somebody. 30 seconds. How much is that angle? Talk. 30 seconds. Talk to somebody. 30 seconds, you guys talk to somebody, and then I'm going to randomly call on somebody. So now, I'm going to pick on Luis. Luis, what did you come up with? 60 degrees. And this is too easy. If people are saying anything, this is 60 degrees. And if you're, like I've said with mathematics, if you don't learn basics and you're trying to build on basic and everything else, and if you don't learn it, it makes everything so much more difficult. So now, let me just kind of, I'm not going to give you all the answers here, but I'm just going to tell you what they are real quick. 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 90 plus 135, 150, 180, 210. Yes or no? Can I stop, everybody? You're like, yeah, stop. I get it. Okay? So it gets going. That's how you get these angles, no? Now, everybody, listen. We're going to change it to a different language. This is the new language. Look, everybody. I see some circles that you guys are drawing. You guys need to take art class. You seriously can't make. I see some circles. That's not a bad circle. That's a really nice circle. That was my first try. In any case, so for this circle, a circle has a center. A circle has a radius. Everybody, look up here. Look up here. If I can get a string and measure from the center to the actual circle, the length here of this, and I go around the circle with that same length, how many of them do I get? There's one. Look, imagine that I'm able to exactly measure it around. There's one. There's two. Maybe there, it's not exact, but, and then there's three. Well, not exactly. There's always some little missing part right there. Same thing I'm going to go here. Look, if for any circle, I measure this length is about that long. And so that long I go around here. There's one again. There's one of them. And then there's going to be two of them right here. That's already two of them. It's not exact because I'm just telling you, I'm eyeballing it. And there's that much again. So every time for any, even I could make a tiny circle, it'll be the same scenario. And there's this much left. So how much is there much left right here, this part? Let me tell you what it is. So what do you think this is? Anybody? Loud. It's not 2 pi. It's what? What did I say? Isn't this 1? Isn't this 1? Isn't this 2? Isn't this 3? And what is 3.141 on? Have you guys ever heard of pi? 3.14. So what happens is that for any circle, this would always be about 3.14. Now, everybody, hopefully you are convinced of what I just said. Go ahead and write this down so we can get started with the lesson. For any circle, 180 is equal to pi. Now, we're going to cut it into equal pieces of pi, or whatever pieces of pi we could do. If I told you that from here, I'll go all the way right here, it's a whole pi. This is called pi. This is all the way to here. Going around like this is pi. What happens when I just cut it in half instead of going all the way to pi? How much is right here? If I go like this, pi over 2. Because it's half of pi. So up here, this is going to be pi over 2. Yes, this is pi over 2. And some people are sitting and be like, I don't understand it. I don't believe it. Well, let me see if I can make you understand this. This is pi. I'm saying that pi is equal to 180. What happens when I divide 180 by 2? Go ahead and get a calculator if you don't know what 180 divided by 2 is. What's 180 divided by 2? That is 90 degrees. But if I divide it by 2 here, I better divide by 2 here. Oh, it's pi by 2. I don't know what else can I say. Pi by 2 is 90 degrees. Now, I want to get this one right here. So I'm going to cut, imagine that there's still a pizza, and I cut it into 4 equal slices. This same one I'm looking at, right here and right here. That's is equal slice pizza, equal slice pizza, equal slice pizza. I cut this pie by how many pieces? How many pieces have I cut this particular pie into? 1, 2, 3, look. 4 equal slices. 4 equal slices. So that's going to be pi by 4. So look, now let me go back over here just to tell you what pi by 4 is. What is 180 divided by 4? Get your calculator if you don't know. What's 180 divided by 4? Put it in the calculator for those that cannot do this in there. What? Put it 180 divided 4. What is it? 45. Is that 45? That means that this is 45 degrees. Yes or no? Because it's 180 divided by 4 is 45. If this is an equation, then pi by 4. Yes or no? Makes sense, no? So this right here is pi by 4. That's pi by 4. Let me get another pizza again. This is I'm calling it a pie pizza. But anyways, go like this. What if I cut it into, instead, a brand new pizza? Haven't cut it. It's brand new. I haven't cut it. Let me cut it into 6 equal parts. See, what I'm going to do is that, because this is going to go like this. That's going to be 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, 4 slices, 5 slices, 6 slices. So this is going to be 180. Go ahead and get your calculator. 180 divided by 6. What's 180 divided by 6? 6 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 180 divided by 6 is going to be 30 degrees. Yes or no? So this is going to be pi by 6. 30 degrees is pi by 6. This is pi by 6. Let me see a genius here. Who can tell me what 60 degrees is in radians? Pi. If I get a pi and I cut it into 3 equal slices, wouldn't that make it 60 plus 60 plus 60, 180? It's going to be pi by 3. Pi by 3, 60 degrees is pi by 3. This is pi by 3. You can go watch some YouTube videos and you will see 5 different people teach it 5 different ways. This is my way and this is the way to do this. Watch. Look up here. How do you get these other ones here? How do you get this one right here? Basically, look up here again, everybody. What we're going to do is, I'm going to teach it completely different than the way they teach it on YouTube videos. Look, if I have a whole pie, just don't copy it down, just listen. I have a whole pie. But what I want to know what this is right here. What is this? So what I have is this much. I have this much. Meaning that I don't have this slice. But this slice right here is this same slice right here. So I have to subtract pi by 3 from a whole pie. So I can just have that. So if I had a whole pie, I'm going to subtract pi by 3. So how do you subtract pi by 3 from pi? Well, make cut into 3 equal slices, 3 over 3. What's 3? Now I have a common denominator here. 3 minus 1 is 2 pi by 3. This is 2 pi by 3. This right here is going to be 2 pi by 3. Well, how can I do this easier? Much easier to do like this, everybody. I learned this from a student. He said, hey, you're doing too much. Let's do it like this. There's a 1 in front of pi. What is 3 minus 1? What's 3 minus 1? 3 minus 1 is 2, so this is going to be 2 pi by 3. He is a genius. He's like, he's one of those that was like, I don't like doing work, but I just get it quickly. How do you get this one? Then I tell him, really? How do you get this one then? He say, well, that's easy. That's going to be subtract in front of pi is a 1. 4 minus 1 is 3 pi by 4. And I was like, that is correct. That is correct. That's easy. Then we can get this one. You see this green one over here? This green one, that's why I told you guys to get colored pencils. This green one goes with this green one here. So that's going to be what? There's a 1 here. What is 6 minus 1? 5 pi by 6. This is 5 pi by 6. Okay. And so we already said that this is pi. See, the way we're going to get the other one down here is like this. Again, we have a whole pie. This right here on top, I already have a whole pie. So to a whole pie, this is a whole pie, which is, I'm going to add an extra slice to it, this extra slice. So that extra slice is pi by 6. So I have pi, plus I'm adding this little part right here that I said, because that one with this part, this in the whole pie, is going to be pi by 6. So pi plus pi by 6 have a common denominator. 6 over 6 is 1. 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7 pi by 6. All right, easy. This is what we're going to do here to get these other ones is just add the bottom to the top. What is 6 plus 1? What's 6 plus 1? 7 pi by 6. You'll see it in a minute when you see it already on the PowerPoint. Yeah, magenta. Go along the magenta here. So 4 plus 1. What's 4 plus 1? What's 4 plus 1? 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4. This one right here is going to be, go along the white dotted line here. What's 3 plus 1? 4 pi by 3. Just leave the bottom alone, 4 pi by 3. And you do the same for everything. So we go over here, 2 plus, there's a 1 here. What's 2 plus 1? 2 plus 1 is 3 pi by 2. Again, we go along like this. This is what's happening here. Let me clean it up. This is what I'm telling you. I'm going to erase everything again. I'm just going to erase it. We're right here to fill this out. Let me erase it. Start over. At this point, we are at 2 pi by 3. We already did get that one. I told you. Is it 2 pi by 3? Was it? Let me see. This is what? This is pi by, what was that? Pi by 3. So I did 3 minus 1 is 2 pi by 3. Yes, this is correct. So now, I have already this this 2 pi by 3. I'm going to add a whole pi to it to get here, because that's a whole pi. This is the whole pi. So basically, I'm adding 2 pi by 3 plus pi. And 2 pi by 3 plus pi, we'll put it over 3. It's going to be 5 pi by 3. Same thing here. All you're doing is 3 plus 2 is 5 pi by 3. This is 5 pi by 3. 5 pi by 3. This one was, what was that? that was pi by 4 here. This is pi by 4. This is going to be 3 pi by 4 because you subtract it here. And then 4 plus 3 is 7 pi by 4. This one was along this one here. That's pi by 6. This is pi by 6, going to be 5 pi by 6 here. 5 pi by 6 across, you add 6 plus 5, 11 pi by 6. 11 pi by 6. And then that is pi, 2 pi over here. That is what you need to know how to do. It's all symmetric. So, let me clean this up. And I'm going to go slower. And I'm going to choose one person to come up and do it. Let's see who's going to come up and do this one. Extra credit, I will give. Who wants extra credit? Who wants extra credit? You want extra credit? Come up. Come up. Everybody, look. You need to know this. We're going to do it twice. I did it. Now he's going to do it. Just listen to me. Listen. Don't just go off of me. Don't do anything. All right, everybody, listen and pay. And think that I'm having this conversation with you. Okay, I'm having the conversation with him, but imagine I'm having the conversation with you. We start off with 180 degrees. Put 180 degrees where it belongs. I'm going to do a little joke as I lower my voice. 180 degrees. Okay. Degrees. Put a degrees. Is everybody okay with this? I want everybody to understand this. I want to go slow as heck, so everybody gets it. 180 degrees. I hope that you believe is a pipe. Do you believe that? Equal it to pipe. Is everybody okay with that? I already talked about that. This is always true. 180 degrees is pi. Now, half of pi would be 90. And that's another one that is just a given almost. Pi by 2, no? Go ahead and put it where it belongs. Pi by 2. Pi over 2. Pi by 2, we say pi over 2. Pi by 2, that's what it means. Pi over 2. Put your line over in between. It's pi divided by 2. That's what we just say pi by 2. I'm learning here how people just go like, you know what pi by 2 is? Okay, it's pi over 2. Pi divided by 2. Okay. Get a different color, would you please? Whatever color you want. You just gotta remember these ones. That one, point to the 30 degree one. Point to the 30. Everybody just do it in your head. Where's 30 degrees? To where the line, yeah. Go all the way to it. All the way. Well, that angle is, go to the circle. That is 30 degrees. Don't write 30 degrees. 30 degrees is pi by, everybody help them out. Pi by 6. Pi by 6. Just pi by 6. Go ahead and write down pi by 6. Those you need to absolutely know. Just memorize. Pi over 6. Step back over here. The 45 degree one is pi by what, everybody? Tell them. You guys got it right in front of you. Write it down. Pi by 4 is pi by 4. You guys, pi by 4 right there. You just gotta know those. The other one you need to absolutely just remember, 60 degrees, pi by 3. Pi by 3. Put the pi by 3 up there. Change to green. Change it to green or something, another color. All right. Now, everybody, pay attention. Look up there. Let me do it just because I'm choosing to do. Look at that pi by 3. And kind of go across to the other one that is reflected about the y-axis to it. Point to the pi by 3. Point to the pi by 3. Yes. And you're going straight across to the other side, the other one. Yes, that one. What you do to get that one, you subtract them. In front of pi is a 1. Do you understand? Put a 1 there. In front of pi. Just put a 1 there. That's fine. What you do is you subtract 1 from 3. What's 3 minus 1?
2.
2 pi by 3. Put it right there. That's how you do this, like without even thinking. That's just so easy. To get now the magenta one, the pi by 4, you're gonna follow that across, straight across to point to where you're gonna write down That one is going to be 4 minus 1 is what?
3.
3. What? The whole thing. What is the answer?
3 pi over 4.
Yes. I say 3 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4. Doesn't matter. Yes. Yes. Then you're looking at that green one. The green one is pi by 6. You're going to come across to this over here. That's going to be what?
5 pi
Yes.
over 6.
Yes. Yes. Okay, now you're gonna get the one running along down from the pi by 6. Go over it. Like, don't touch it. Just go over. You go along, go down like this.
Okay.
No. Pi by 6. Where? Point to the pi by 6. Yes, but more over exactly the pi by 6. Go to the pi by 6. You're gonna go from there and run it along the line to get to that one. This time we add. 6 plus 1 is what?
7.
6 plus 1 is, write it down. So that's how we fill out this inner circle without any aids or nothing. Let's go with the pi by 4. Go ahead and go like this to your finger and run it along this way. Yes, that's going to be what? 4 plus 1 is?
5.
4 plus 1 is 5 pi by 4. Go to the top one again, the pi by 3. Run it along down. You're going to add 3 plus 1 is 4 pi by 3. Everybody good? Everybody is getting it? The top one, you can barely see it, is 2 plus, there's a 1 in front of pi. 2 plus 1 is what?
3.
2 plus 1 is what?
3.
3 pi by, what's over? What is it over?
Which
You
one
can see it?
Which one are we looking at?
We're looking at the top one, pi by 2. We're going to go along down to the bottom. And let's do the white one there. 2 pi by 3. Run it along, down. Add it. Yes. 3 plus 2. Get that 3 pi by 4, run it along, write it down. 7 pi by 4. And that over there, on the other side over there, pi, 2 pi. You added 2 pi's, one pi on top, 1 pi on top. 2 pi, 2 pi.
Over
2, no, there's 2 pi's, 2 pi. Yes, 2 pi's. Yes, you got it. All right. Last time, I'm gonna do it. Watch, everybody. Last time, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna talk. All you're gonna be doing is like, yes, yes. Watch. You gonna stop? You get it? You guys get it or no, I need to talk? You add 4 plus 1. I'm not even thinking here. I'm just like, I mean, I know it's right. Like, 2 pi. All right. Hopefully you're okay with that. Let's finish it. Watch. Everybody, pay attention again. Here we go. Pay attention. We're not done. I told you this is a long lesson. You guys remember, and I'm telling you, okay, hold on. This is called the unit circle. Why is this called the unit circle? I'll tell you in a minute. Why is this a unit circle? Because the length, well, I'll tell you already, is 1. That the radius is 1. It looks big, but I measured it. It's 1 something, 1 foot. It's 1 foot. So it's a unit of 1. So now, we have this triangle. I'm telling you, this triangle, and this was 30 degrees. Watch. I'm going to get this triangle here. I'm going to make a right triangle. I'm telling you, this is 30 degrees. Let me bring this triangle out. Let me bring it out. This 30 degrees, let me bring it here. This is 30 degrees. For what I told you, and the way we came up with these sides of this triangle. The opposite side of 30, guys, what is the opposite side of 30? Opposite side of 30. Opposite of 30, 31. Opposite side of 60. The opposite side of 60. What's the opposite side of 60? Square root of 3. Opposite side of 90, for what we had already done. Opposite side of 90, 92. But the problem that I have, this you should already know this, is that this right here, for this one particular, is 2. That is not what we have here. What we have here is 1. I'm telling you that this radius is 1. How can I fix it and make them in some way related? Well, I can just divide this by 2. What is 2 divided by 2? 1. And what's 1? Well, divide this by 2. And divide this by 2. Oh, and now let's take a look at this and let's find the sine, cosine, and tangent of this. What's sine of 30 degrees? Sine of 30, Lucky. Lucky is not here. Sine of 30 is what? Sine of 30 is, what was it? Opposite, was it opposite over hypotenuse? Was it 1/2? Was it 1/2 over what? Over 1. Oh, it's 1/2. Oh man, this is so easy now because it's over 1 now. So now really it's everything unit circle. That's why it's called a unit circle. So what is the cosine of 30 degrees? Cosine of 30 would be adjacent over hypotenuse, but it's over 1, so who cares? It's just root 3 over... Oh man, this is getting too easy. So now you mean to tell me that this is going to be root 3 over 2. This is root 3 over 2. This is 1/2. And if I do the same for I got those coordinates there, x and y. Now let me do the next one. Let me do the 45, 45, 1. Look, I'm going to erase this and I'm going to bring this triangle over here. Here's the triangle, 45, 45, 90. Let me bring it over here. Oh, it doesn't look like 45, 45, 90. Let me make it more like 40. Yeah, that's good. That's, whatever. 45, 45, 90. What's 45, 45, 90? Wasn't it 1? What is this? Square root of 2. So, but the problem is that I'm telling you that this is 1, but this is not 1. Easy, fix it. Square root of 2, divide by square root of 2 here. Divide this by square root of 2. Divide this by square root of 2. Oh, it's over 1. And now I got the answers for them again. But what was the problem 60 years ago? We had no calculators. We didn't like the square roots at the bottom. What is this going to be? Square root of 2 over. And this is going to be what? Square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. And what do we have again? We got these answers for any square root of 2 over 2. This is square root of 2 over 2. And the last one I'm going to do is the 61, the Illuminati one. Let's do the Illuminati one. The Illuminati one is going to go like this. Here's the Illuminati one. Let's bring it over here. The Illuminati would like that, and then it was something like, what was it? This was 2. This is what? 60 radical 3, 31. Yep. The problem is, in the unit circle, this is not 2. This is only 1. That's what it's called, the radius of 1. Easy. Divided by 2 here. Divided by 2 here. Divided by 2 here. Sine of 60. Root 3 over 2 over 1 is root 3 over 2. Cosine is 1/2. Ooh. 1/2. Man, we created a cheat sheet, a cheat chart. Cheat chart. All right. So why is this a cheat sheet? Cheat chart. Look. Anybody ask you, what is, okay, here's another thing you need to understand. Cosine of an angle will equal to x. Sine of an angle, if it's a unit circle, is y. Okay, it's y. Oh, if that is true, then cosine of 30 degrees, or pi by 6, cosine of 30 degrees is root 3 over 2. You can use a calculator in a minute if you don't believe me. Sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. Cosine 45 degrees, cosine 45 degrees is root 2 over 2. Sine of 45 degrees is root 2 over 2. Cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. And sine of 60 degrees is root 3 over 2. Now, do you see any other patterns in here? Anybody see any patterns here? Any kind of pattern? Anybody? Any kind of pattern? Say it. Everything's over what? Everything's over 2. Everything's over 2. So now, again, that one I took it from a YouTube video guy. So I'm not going to take credit over that. So now let's go. Everything is over 2. Everything over 2. Everything over 2. This is how you fill out the top. You start at the top left, and you're going to go like this. What is the square root of 1? The square root of 1 is what? 1. So that one you actually simplify. Then you go count 2, square root of 2. Then you go down, square root of 3. Square root of 1, start over. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 2, square root of 3. How do you get the rest of them? Easy. They're the same answers. Except when I go across to get this one, to get this, isn't the x negative but the y still positive? So the x is going to be what? Negative 1/2. The y is going to stay positive. Yes? This one, what is this one going to be? X is what? Negative square root of 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. And then this one's going to be what? This one's going to be what? Coming from over here, this one's going to be what? Negative what? Root 3 over, negative root 3 over 2. And this one's going to be what? Positive 1/2. Basically, you just need to know this one. And then, what? How about these ones? These are going to be, all of them going to be what? They're all going to be negative. Why they're all going to be negative? Because x is negative, y is negative. So that's going to be, okay, here's where I messed up in my other class. Look, that one is going to be reflected. That one's going to go directly down here. So that one's going to go here. This one in the middle, that one's going to go down here with this one. And this one is going to go right here. Like this. These go together. So this answer go here, negative over here. This one's, they're both negative right here. And then we're going to, let me erase everything again. So you get, look, square root of 1, 1. Root 2, root 3. 1, root 2, root 3. X's are negative. X's are negative. X's are the only ones that are negative. All are negative. Both are negative. Y's are negative on the right. The Y's are the only ones that are negative. And you're going to say, like, so what's the point of all this? What are you, well, you can get any answer now. If you know how to read this, you can do this. What's the sign of, let me put in the information also that you need. What do you need? You need to know this. Pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2, 2 pi by 3, 3 pi by 4, help me out. 3 pi by 4, somebody? 3 pi by 4, what's this? 5 pi by 6? Pi? What's this one? 7 pi by 6? 5 pi by 4? 4 pi by 3? This is 3 pi by 2? 5 pi by 3? What's this? 7 pi by and 11 pi by 6. So somebody asked this, everybody, look up here. What is sine of, let's see, what's the sine of 2 pi by 3? What's the sine of 2 pi by 3? Anybody, what's the answer to sine 2 pi by 3? What is, okay, let me show you. I need to get to 2 pi by 3. Where is 2 pi by 3? Where is 2 pi by 3? Where is 2 pi by 3? Oh, there you are. There you are. Sine, what is sine? Isn't sine the y value? Root 3 over 2 is the answer. So easy. What's the cosine of 2 pi by 3? What's the cosine of 2 pi by 3? Negative 1/2. If you don't believe me, watch. Get your calculators right now. Right now, everybody, get your calculator. Make sure that it's in rad, that it says rad. If you don't have a calculator, come up and get one. Make sure that it says rad at the bottom, little letters, rad. If you don't have it, there's that DRG button right here next to, right here, the second button at the top, DRG. Click on it and rad. Move it to the arrow to the right, rad. Enter it. Now it should be rad. Once it's rad, everybody got rad? You guys got rad? Go ahead and do sine 2 pi by 3, and your answer is going to be 0.866. Go ahead and type in sine 2 pi by 3. Sine 2 pi divided by 3. Oh, man, I'm so smart. 0.866. Yes or no? You guys got it? So now, when you do the homework, I will not accept, I will give you a 0 out of 4 points. I know people are going to do this, and I'm already telling you right now. If I see people going sine 2 pi by 3, and people going like 6, going like this, I will give you a 0. Because I'm telling you that this is not about knowing how, I can teach my little niece how to do this. Put it in a calculator. I need you to give me these exact answers. Yes? Do you understand what I mean? Sine of 2 pi by 3 is root 3 over 2. Not this. It is, but this is an approximation, but that is exact. That is it for today.